What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to share with you guys my crazy rapid scaling method that I've been using a lot lately, and it has to do with Facebook ads and manual bidding. Super excited to share it with you guys because not only been working great for me and my brands, but I just got some students to test it out. They've been crushing it. So now it's time for me to drop a value bomb for you guys. So first things first, turn on video notifications so you guys get hit up with the latest and greatest videos from me. Make sure you guys subscribe so that I know you guys appreciate and love the value that I'm giving out, so it motivates me to drop more content. I know I've been trying to drop content every day and I kind of slacked the last few days. Had a lot of crazy stuff going on, building a lot of new brands and doing a lot of crazy things. So that had all my attention and energy focused there. But I'm back today, and trust me, it was well worth the wait because the value I'm about to give you guys is about to be off the chains. So let's go ahead and get started. So there's a new Facebook ads manual bidding strategy, and it's one of the different optimization opportunities that Facebook actually offers. Now, not everyone might have this on their Facebook ad accounts. I'm gonna give this to you, disclaimer. I don't know how Facebook decides who to give it to and who not to give it to. I have a theory, I'll share that theory with you guys, but pretty much some ad accounts have it, some don't. And if you don't have it, unfortunately, you just gotta wait till Facebook unveils it. I think it's gonna be something they're gonna progressively unveil to everybody's ad account, but right now they're just kind of playing around with it on lower levels. Pretty much, it's the manual bidding strategy of cost cap. I'm gonna share what the differences are with the other manual bidding strategies and how to utilize it. And it's found in the same place, where you see target cost, bid cap, all that stuff. Cost cap should be there if you have that feature. If you don't, unfortunate. Hopefully Facebook unveils it for you guys. And let me tell you guys what my big theory with that is. So I believe if you have a more aged ad account, something with more experience where you spent a lot more money, etc., and you typically know how much your average cost per purchases are because you're generating a lot of purchases, especially for e-commerce accounts, I think there's a much higher chance that you will have this feature versus ones that people that don't. And so let me break that down for you guys because majority of my students had it, especially the ones that had more aged ad accounts versus some of my newer students that had just gotten to Facebook ads, etc., didn't have this feature. So that's my theory, that's my mindset behind it. I don't know if it's true or not. I just wanted to let you guys know if you guys were wondering, hey, I've got it or I don't got it, whatever it is. Okay, cool. So let's jump into cost cap. So pretty much what cost cap is very simple, okay? Let's say I want purchases from Facebook for $20, okay? You literally create a cost cap campaign and you tell Facebook, okay, go get me purchases for $20, okay? Now, the great part about this feature is that Facebook does have a little bit of wiggle room here, okay? And they like to call it a 10% wiggle room, okay? So if you tell them, okay, you gotta go get me average cost per purchases for $20, then what they'll do is they will use a 10% wiggle room, okay? So at the most, they're basically saying that the average of your cost per purchases will even out to about $22, okay? But they're gonna aim as closely as $20, right? So a lot of you guys are like, okay, what's the difference between this and target cost or this and bid cap? Let me tell you guys what the difference is, okay? With target cost, Facebook is trying to get you within a range, okay? So it could be within a range of if you set your cost cap your target cost at $20, Facebook might get you some for 15, some for 25, some for 30. There's a range here, right? So it might not be ideally exactly what you want, and there's gonna be drop-offs, right? Some days are gonna be more expensive, other days are gonna be cheaper, but for the most part, you don't have that consistency, right? And everybody on Facebook is looking for consistency, right? So the great thing about cost cap is that Facebook will not go out and get you a sale if it's not within your window, right? So if it's not within that window of $20 to $22, Facebook won't get me a sale. Beautiful part about it, Facebook won't waste my money, okay? So that's the key difference between target cost and cost cap. Now let me share with you guys what the difference is between cost cap and between bid cap, okay? So what bid cap does is essentially it tells Facebook, okay, I want to spend $20, and if you can't get me a sale at $20, do nothing for me, okay? So now Facebook's got a lot of pressure, right? Facebook, and it's an auction bid, right? So Facebook's like, oh man, if I can't win auction bids at $20, then I can't do anything. So a lot of times with bid cap campaigns, you'll see nothing ever gets spent, and it only works when you incrementally increase the spend on it And over time, you'll see that, it's not profitable, it's inconsistent. It's all the same issues that everyone's dealing with on Facebook. So this new cost cap feature is phenomenal, okay? Because it's not just about what your bid in the auction will be like it is with a bid cap. And it's not like target cost where you're gonna have this wide range, right? If you're selling a $20 product, one day you're getting conversions, for $35, and then the next you're getting it for $15. That's ridiculous, right? Because your break-even point might be $20, and you're telling yourself, man, if I don't get sales at $20, I'm in big trouble, right? That's just how it goes straight up, right? So you don't want to be put in that situation. Biggest thing that I see from students to other people I talk to, just people in general, and the thing that I even dealt with early on was inconsistencies, right? The massive inconsistencies in this space. And that literally sucks, right? You absolutely don't want inconsistencies. So craziest thing of all is with cost cap, you can eliminate the inconsistencies. I've been finding it and it's been working great. So let me tell you guys exactly how I set up and structure my cost cap campaigns, okay? So first things first, you got to understand. So what I like to say is if I don't understand what I'm doing, like the methodology, the fundamental pillars and the foundations behind it, easy guys, you're not going to be successful with it, okay? A lot of people out there don't understand Facebook ads. I explained it in my last video. I explained the entire auction system, how Facebook works. So this is a lot more advanced. So if you haven't watched the last video and you know nothing about Facebook's system, go watch the last video, come back here, start here at the 6-minute mark, and you'll have a lot more value, okay? But anyway, so let me break it down for you guys, okay? So the way it's gonna work with cost cap is essentially Facebook is going to, whatever audiences you select, and I'm gonna share with you guys exactly what audiences I like to use, Facebook is gonna go and try to get you purchases at that CPA level that you set. So if I set my cost cap at $20, boom, Facebook is going out there. Facebook is saying, if I don't get it at $20, I'm not going out there winning these bids. But if I'm getting it at $20, I'm gonna try to get you as many as I can. So here's what I do, okay? I set a $3,000 budget, okay? Obviously, you guys are like, oh shit, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money, okay? But this is what I do, because if I know what my cost per acquisition is, and I love that cost per acquisition amount, I want Facebook to spend as much of my money as possible, right? So I start my daily budget at $3,000. I categorize them by ad set. So each ad set I'll do by countries. So, let's say I'm doing US and I'm like, okay, cool, $3,000 daily budget. If I want to do Canada too, $3,000 daily budget for Canada. I'll kind of separate them out. So whatever your ideal cost per acquisition is, it's going to vary for your product, whatever it is, whatever you need to have to make money. If you don't have those KPIs and those metrics, then you're in a lot of trouble, okay? But for those of you that are already advanced, you know what your KPIs are, metrics are, etc. You have to set a realistic cost per acquisition, of course, right? If you set, like if you're selling a $20 product and you're like, oh, I want conversions for $1, Facebook's gonna be like, yeah, you can go somewhere else. You're not gonna get it on our platform. Straightforward, right? So set something realistic, look at your averages, and try to go for something that's within your average, right? Like let's say you run 20 campaigns. Out of those 20, the ones that are profitable, what is the average CPA of that, okay? If you say it's $20, boom, you put in $20, okay? Now here's what I do for my audiences, okay? This is very key. So like I said, I'll do US. I'll usually leave it broad, automatic placements, age range. If you have a specific age range that works well, then use that. If it's broad, then leave it broad. Men, women, same thing, just leave it broad, whatever it is. But here's the key part, okay? You guys need to be stacking a bunch of audiences, okay? So typically I've been doing this a lot with lookalike audiences. So I'll stack a bunch of lookalike audiences, okay? This works best when your minimum audience size is at 10 million plus, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you why. So you can add a bunch of lookalikes, you figure out what's working for you, what's not working for you. Obviously put what's working for you within these ad sets, and that's gonna enable you to, get a lot of purchases. So let me explain to you how it works and why you need a big audience, okay? So if I give Facebook 500,000 people and I'm like, oh, look, out of this 500,000 person audience, go find me as many purchases as you can at $20 CPA, Facebook's gonna be like, whoa, that's tough, right? Like we can't pull that off. But now if I've got an audience, let's say 25 million people, right? That's one of my best ad sets right now. They're just churning $3,000 spends a day at profit. Now, let's say I've got one of those going on and let's say that audience is 25 million people. Now, out of a pocket of 25 million people, Facebook has a lot more wiggle room, right? A lot more auctions it can go and try to win for you at the budget that you're setting, and so many more things it can do. So if you have a big audience, it's gonna be good. You obviously don't wanna force feed the audience and put bad audiences in there. That's never good, right? You never wanna train your pixel incorrectly and give Facebook bad audiences to chase after. So take audiences that you know are good, make it big, pack them all into one ad set, do it for one country, run cost cap, put your ideal CPA in there, and set a $3,000 budget, let it fly. If obviously you're not somebody that monitors your ads and ad sets constantly, you can definitely set automated rules. I highly recommend it. If you're someone that monitors your ad account constantly, obviously you want to check on it, every 20, 30, 40 minutes, etc. Because like I said, it's something new that I've tried. I would hate for you to blow a bunch of money, but for me, it's never done me wrong yet. So I'm a big believer of it. And then typically for ads, I usually just put my 3 best winning ads in there. You guys can play around with it though. I'm going to try some with just 1. I'm going to try some with like 5 to 7 creatives. I want to play around with it. I don't know what's working yet or not. If you guys find something that's working better, feel free to drop it down in the comments. But that's pretty much it. So that's my rapid scaling strategy for manual bidding using cost cap. New feature, very, very interesting. Has a lot of potential. Highly recommend you guys try it if you have the feature. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you guys subscribe and turn on video notifications so you guys get notified as soon as I drop my next video. Thanks so much, guys.